Next update is from the compute memory and storage community. Bill Martin, welcome back.
Thank you, Michael. Next slide. Where do we fit in the overall organization? So compute memory and storage community, we have a governing board. We have a marketing work group, and then we have 3 special interest groups that we define what we're doing in each of computation and memory and in storage. We support a number of technical work groups and technical work within the SNIA organization, including computational storage. We do support IATA that you heard from earlier. We have support for the NVM programming, which is no longer a twig, but we support the results of the work that came out of that twig, including providing a hackathon structure for programming NVM devices. We support Smart Data Accelerator Interface, SDXI. We support the solid state storage work that is going on in terms of workload generation and so forth. And we also provide information on SSD form factors. Next slide. So our mission, it's dedicated to fostering the growth and success of the market for computational storage, solid state storage, persistent memory, and other advanced storage technologies in both commercial and consumer environments. So we have a very wide breadth. And as we go through this year, we will look at how best to facilitate all of those areas and spawn off the necessary work. Next slide, please. So we have a long list of accomplishments for 2024. We work in education, we work in outreach, we work in enablement. Just to highlight a few of these things. In education, we produce a number of webinars. We did a compute memory and storage summit that was a virtual summit this last year. Had 31 sessions from 30 speakers with 865 virtual attendees. Very well attended, highly valued in the industry. We've continued education on persistent memory with persistent memory programming workshops and hackathons that I mentioned previously. We have continued support of the SSD form factor, including deployments and use cases. And we've updated a number of SNIA.org web pages for the education of the industry. In terms of outreach, we have sponsored sessions at a number of industry events, including MEMCON, AI Hardware Summit, and we present SNIA overviews and overviews of what we're doing. We have generated one of our key things this year is the TCO benefits, and we are looking at expanding that to cover computation, not just SSDs. Again, the persistent memory programming and hackathons, and we have communicated benefits of the areas, the technical areas that we have focused on. We have solicited input by a computational storage survey to determine what the industry is interested in moving forward in terms of computation. And we also reach out to industry and experts. In terms of enablement, we have at numerous events highlighted use cases from our member companies, and we have advertised and promoted open source work between SNIA and our alliance partners. Next slide. So plans for next year, again, we'll continue with education. We will continue to produce webinars. We will update the TCO model in particular for computational storage and solid state drives. We will be publishing and benchmarking large-scale SSD drives, and we will publish videos and PDF instructions for CXL memory module programming exercises, which is an expansion of our current NVM programming model exercises. Continuing to pull in use cases from our members and promote those, looking at new memory types and providing education on that, expanding the persistent memory programming workshop model of the hackathon. In terms of outreach, we will not be doing a compute memory and storage summit this year, but we will continue to contribute to SDC, and we will continue to participate in industry events that SNIA is participating in, and in particular in SC25 as well as in FMS. We will continue to communicate the TCO benefits at events, including other events that we have barter agreements with. We will continue with enablement in terms of evangelizing and outreaching on SNIA technical work group activities that our members are participating in particular computational storage, SDXI, and solid state storage. We'll support joint marketing activities of SNIA with a number of alliance partners as well as SNIA partners. You can see the list there. I won't read through that for you. Next slide. So we will have a virtual face-to-face meeting that we will be holding tomorrow. It will be from 8 a.m. till noon Pacific time. The link to get to that event is www.snia.org/CMS F2F. So we are inviting all SNIA members and colleagues to join us. We will look at this work as we kick off our 2025. We will have live discussions of our objectives and plans, in particular looking for input as to what other companies are interested in having us pursue. We will have presentations from SNIA groups, in particular the STAY forum, as well as from alliance partners with a presentation from the CXL consortium and a presentation from NVM Express. If you want more details, please feel free to send an email to askcms@snia.org. But we'd really love to see you there. Come find out what we're doing and also come find out what our alliance partners are doing. Next slide. So join us in 2025. You'll see on the right-hand side of this slide our mission statement. You can find that from our page on the SNIA pages in terms of the group's pages. But we expect our industry impact to include continued significant education, being the place to go for the TCO information, and implementation and knowledge of both the existing NVM programming model as well as the CXL memory applications. Our work is relevant to the entire computational storage industry, the memory industry, and the storage industry as a whole. So if you are a vendor or a consumer in any of that industry, please come join us. We hope to propel technologies that our members are interested in within the industry as a whole. We hope to educate the industry on compute, memory, and storage, and we hope to accelerate the standards that we are supporting. There are a list of contacts there. Feel free to contact me at cmschair@snia.org. We do have a website that is www.snia.org CMSC, and the fact sheet that is included here on the right is available at that link. Next slide. So we have a very large number of member companies. You will see we have, since the new membership model was initiated, we have 14 new members, and we really would like to welcome them. We look forward to having more input, more help in leading education and outreach, and expect to do a lot of work this year as we have a much larger group of companies participating. So thank you. So final slide. In the slide deck, as you can get this after the presentation, you'll have all of these contacts available to you.